Oh, hi. When did you come in here? I didn't see you. How's it going, everybody? This is Dave Powers, and I'm in Cypress Creek neighborhood in Cedar Park. This one actually backs right up against the high school, which is really cool. Imagine if you had, if you had to go to school and all you have to do is go out the back door and then out the back gate, and you're already almost there. Easy peasy. Anyways, that's actually not the reason why I'm making this video. The one interested party came by, looked at the home, and asked, what does it take to buy this home? I explained the process of buying a home, and they're like, well, no, wait, what's it gonna cost to buy this home? That's a very important question. It's not as simple as the sales price. And the real underlying question is what is it gonna take for me to initially get the loan? In other words, what do I put up front? What is it going to cost me when I close the home? And then how much am I paying every month for the next X amount of years that I own this home? That's what's really underneath that question. Sounds like a simple question. So if the home is for $1 million, yeah, well, it's $1 million. That's how much it costs. Not that simple. So one reason why you would hire a realtor, and then why you would work with a loan officer, those two people will help you get those numbers initially. And then of course the loan officer will help you nail down those numbers to a very, very specific and accurate amount if you're financing. Now, if you're not financing, that is different. That you're going to want to work with your realtor about understanding what is the sales price, what you think this home is worth, what's the market value. But in this case, they wanted to finance it. So I answered the question in terms of those big three things, which is how much you will need up front, which in general for conventional, it's about 20% of the sales price. And then you're going to want to know how much the closing costs will be. That will vary depending on a number of things, such as its amount of taxes owed, what time of year it is. So it's things that are prorated. There's HOA fees, etc., etc. So that will need to be calculated. It's not something that you can easily just throw out. Although you can ballpark it. It's not going to be $50,000 in closing costs, not counting the financing of down payments, but the closing costs outside of that, it's not going to be something like that, but it won't be $200. So that's the kind of thing that you need to know up front. You need to get a good idea, and it needs to be a little on the high end, so you don't feel like when you're actually closing, oh, well, this was estimated a little low. It's always better to go a little bit high just so you can budget for that in case it actually does happen. All right, so I talked to you about those. And then how much are you going to pay per month? That's another thing that can be calculated, but you're going to want to talk to your loan officer. Well, how do I find a loan officer? We can talk about that in a different video. I will say that your realtor hopefully works with some very competent people who can help you. By law, they need to be able to provide at least 3 recommendations. I usually go one by one. And the last thing I want to say, there's really a fourth. There's 1, 2, 3 we talked about. There's really a fourth. So remember, the first one is down payment. Second one is closing costs. Third one is mortgage payment afterwards, after you own the home. But what's the fourth one, you think? What is it going to take to rent the home out if the person who lives there no longer wants to and you don't want to sell? What does it take to rent the home? That's something really good to know up front. Now, I talked about what does it take to buy an investment home in a different video, but this is that was a really high-level video. There's a lot more we can talk about. That is one of those core questions, though, you should probably know. If you're ever considering something like that, what is that going to cost? And that's what you would ask your realtor. That is one of your, what a real estate agent's responsibility is to do if the client is interested. Do the analysis. So that's what I would do if you want to ask me about a property. All right. Well, this video is long enough and I'm gonna get going. So thanks for your time, and let me know if you have any other questions. I would love to answer them. That's why I'm making these videos. I think it's great. I love doing them. All right, take care and see you next time. Bye.